Alright, so we are now here at the last part of our tutorial, and in this part we're going to apply the reaction manager and the rate tool that we installed in here in the 3ds Max. So let me just select this first, this headmaster here. So as you can see here, we just now leave this head as well. You can rename all these head according to their expressions, but we just simply, just leave this name that like skin dash med, and this one is 1, and this head is 2, this head is number 3, and this head is 4. The reason why we just make it just simple number, we want to remember these heads according to expressions once we apply the reaction manager, because we want to remember this expression, this number 1 express this facial expression, and number 2 express this facial expressions, closing eyes, lip purse, and fear. Simple as that. But you can also rename that according to the expressions. Well, before we apply the reaction manager, let me go back here in our default window or view part or view panel. I don't know what you call this. Alright, so let us go here to the create. Then, well, here under the geometry, you can see already I have already here the rigging tool, but this is only under the standard primitive. You can once you go here to the create under the standard primitive, just select that, and you can see the rig tool here, and this rig script that we installed in our directory file folder inside the 3ds Max. So just select this rig tool and press this rig tool button here, and then let us create here one rig tool. Alright, okay, so let me go back here the perspective view and maximize that selected viewport. Alright, so as you can see, once we select this, go here to the modify, you can also play this, the parameter here. You can increase the length, you can increase the width, but of course we just want to leave the default as 5 meter width and 5 meters length, and that is important once we apply the reaction manager. Alright, but of course you can also adjust that value, and if you want to place this rig tool, just select this small square here, that yellow, and you can place that anywhere you want. Alright, and you can also rename this. Just select this mask control, and you can rename that word according to the facial expression of your head. Let's say sad, cry. Let me just just simple as that. But of course it should be, you can rename anything you want here. Alright, okay, so I'm going to deselect everything, then I want to go here to animation button here and select the reaction manager. Alright, so this time we're going to spend much more time dealing here in the reaction manager, and this square and this we're going to play with some value and deal with also some number here. Alright, so first I want you to go here at the add master. So this time our master is this master control, which is the circle, and our slave, as you go here, it as once you go over hover this button here, it say add slave, and here add master. So our master is this master controller, and our slave, it would be our master head here. So this head is the master among of these heads, But this time, this master head is our slave. Well, let me just show you. So I want you to press this add master and press this controller. And once that, I want you to go here to the transform. So we have some option here that we're going to deal with. Of course, we have here the preferred rotation X, preferred rotation Y, and preferred rotation Z. But of course, we don't want this controller, we don't want to rotate that controller. We just want to play that controller according to the positions. So we want to play with the attribution in position. So I want you to go here to FK subcontrol control, and you can see we have here the positions. So we want the we want this controller. We want to play the controller with the attributions of positions, not the rotations. Alright, so this time we're going to play with the X positions. Alright, so let me just deselect everything. Go here to add master, select the simple small circle here, that is the master controller. Go here to the transform, and then go here to FK subcontrol, go here to position, and we're going to play X position. Alright, so as you can see, once we press that, it update here in our reaction manager here. Alright, so after we add the master controller, let us now add the slave, and our slave, it would be this headmaster. So select the add slave, select this head, go here to the modify object, and go here to the morpher, and we have here this for options. This number 1 is the first head, this expression, this head, and 2 the head that we rename, number 2 the second head that we rename. Let me just zoom out here a little. So that's why we rename this head as we go hover this our cursor here. This head is head number 1. We rename that. This head is number 2. This head is 3, and this head is 4. We just simply rename that number. So that's why we want to remember that here in the reaction manager. So let me go back here to the add slave. We already add the master, that is the controller. So add slave, select this head, go to the modify object, morpher, and let us first select the first head number 1, I mean. So this is the head number 1. Alright, so from here we have the second layer here that already update once we select this head master controller and this slave. So from the state 1, I want you to change this value to 2.5. Let me just 2.5. Alright, so we have already 100% value here. So the reason why we give this 2.5 value in this state 1, our square, or this square, is only measured at 5 meter width. So half of this is 2.5. Alright, so that's simple. Alright, so this time this skin med should always be 100%. So which means once we adjust this controller, once it reach 2.5, positive 2.5, this phase react the facial expressions, or this attribution, the attribution of this first head here 100% at value of 2.5. and then let us select this. So this time it doesn't work, still doesn't work, because we want the playback. So we want to create state. So select that here, because it recognizes 100% of the playback here at the state. So we want to give this value back to 0. Right, let me just double click, and as you can see, it goes back to the original. Alright, so let us play this controller. So once we select this controller and go here to the positive 2.5, he changed his expression like this. Alright, so once we adjust this, alright, let me just, once we put back here, change to its original expression. Alright, so the reason why, because of this value. Right, you can also give this value like 95 or 85 if you don't want, express more likely like this. Just give this value 50 or something like 30, but of course we want 100% express like this. Alright, so let us now select the second head. This is close eyes, two eyes closed here, and since we have the positive value here, so this master head changed this expression like this, and we want to go here at the other side. Still, that is the X position value, but this time we're going to use the negative value. Alright, so at the 2.5, positive 2.5, express like this, and we want at negative value to close his two eyes like this. Well, let us do it now. Alright, so just bear with watching this video, because morphing, skinning, rigging, deal with it's just like very tedious task. So I hope you can watch this video a little longer. Alright, so let me deselect everything. Now let us go here to add master, our master control, select that, transform, go here to FK subcontrol position, and still we have to play the X positions, but this time we're going to play this, and we want to give the value at positive value here. Alright, so not add slave. After we add the add master, we have to add this slave, which is this one. Select that, go here to the modify object, morpher, and this time we don't have to use again the first head. We're going to use the second head, this head number 2, which is the 2 eye close. So let us select that. Alright, so from here, so once we done that, at the second layer here at the reaction manager, it automatically update here. So we already applied the positive 2.5 value at the state 1. I want you to go here at the state 003. This time we're going to change this value to negative 2.5. I mean, let me just negative 2.5. I mean negative 2.5. Alright, so we have positive 2.5 and negative 2.5 here, because our square is measured only 5 meters. That's why we only have this value. But if you have the 10 meters here, you have to give this positive 5 meters and negative 5 meters here. But this time we give that negative positive 2.5 and negative 2.5 because this square is only measured 5 meters width. Alright, so after the state 003, I want you to go here at the skin med here at very button here. So this time I want you to look here at our master head here. So once we change this value, we want our master control, once we go to the negative 2.5 here, we want this slave to look We want to look this second head here. We want him to close his two eyes 100% at negative 2.5. So let us try. So as you can see, this head is now closing his eyes because at negative 2.5 we have 100%. So we want the playback. Go here to the, I don't know, this button here, the create state. Just select that, and I want you to go here at the very bottom here. So our playback recognized already 100%. That's why he closed his eyes. We want to go back from the original, and let us change this to 0. So you open again his eyes. Let us see. Select this master controller. We want at the positive 2.5. He is just like this, and we want to go here to the, once we go here, go at the other side, which is to negative 2.5, we want to close his eyes. So let us try. Alright, that's simple, right? Okay, so this time we're going to play the positive, I mean the y value, y axis here. So it may a little bit confusing because once we, let me just put this reaction manager, let me just zoom this. Alright, so let me just zoom here a little bit more closer. Zoom in here. So a little bit confusing here. Once we put this down here, it is z-axis, but in our reaction manager it recognizes in the y-axis, and I don't know why. Well, let us try. So this time we're going to choose this head number 3, and we want to play also the head number 4. So we want to give this value at positive positive 2.5 at y-axis, and this one is negative 2.5 at the y-axis. Alright, so let us just deselect everything first. Go here to the add master, which is our master controller, a small trigger here. So select that, go to the transform, FK subcontrol, position. This time we're going to play at Y position. Let us see if this Y position will work here. Alright, so select that. Now after we add the master controller, let us add again the add slave, which is our add master. After that, go to the modified object, go to Morpher. This time we're going to select the number 3, which is this head. Alright, so because this head is head number 3, so go here to modify object, Morpher, and here target available, this head number 3. Alright, so we have here the updates. So here at the state 001, let us change this value to 2.5, positive 2.5, and we have here 100% already value. So that's why, as you can see here, his mouth already pursed like this, right? So we want now the playback of this. We want to go back from the original, so select this arrow down sign button here, and I want you to go here at the very bottom here, so it recognizes 100%. We want to go back at 0. So as you can see, this head go back from the original. So let us try. Once we put this up, I want you to look here in his mouth. Alright, so this time we're going to go here at the negative value. Excuse me, I have dry flu and cold from previous days. That's why I calculate this. Alright, so let us go back to our tutorial. Alright, so let us deselect everything. Alright, let us go back here at the middle. We want to put this here at the middle. Alright, so first let us deselect everything. This time we're going to select the last head here. Alright, so go here at the plus add master, which is the our master controller, the circle. Then after that, go here to transform, go here to FK subcontrol position and Y position. We already used the X position. This time we're going to use the Y position. Alright, so after that, let us add the add slave. Select the add slave, select this head, go to modified object, morpher, and of course, obviously, as you might guess, we have to choose this last head, that is number 4. Alright, so we have do a little adjustment here in this value. So since we have already used the positive 2.5, I want you to go here as state 003 and change this value to negative 2.5. And then since our skin med here at the very bottom here is 0, I want you to look here once we change this number to 100%. So it changed his expression. Alright, so let us go here. We want the playback to 0, so we want to go here to create state. So let us go here at the very bottom here, so you don't get confused. So at the very last value here, let us change this number to 0, and he go back to original expression. Alright, so let us minimize our reaction manager. Oops, what's this? Let me just close this one and let me zoom in here a little. So select this master controller. Once we put this up, his lips purse like this, and once we put this down, he should be look like this one here at the last head. Alright, so let us zoom in here. Alright, so that's cool. So let us put this head to the x-axis. He close his eyes like this one and put here at the other side. Let me zoom in here a little. Alright, so let us put this controller to the other side. Oops, what's wrong with my mouse here? So that's simple, right? Or let us, Alright, let me deselect everything and let me just play with this master controller. Alright, so that's simple, right? Okay, I think that's already fine. That's cool. Alright, so in our future tutorial, maybe I will try to make how to skin or rig this head, but this time let us enjoy learning how to morph and use the reaction manager. So I hope you enjoy our tutorial, though although this it took us a long time for this, but I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I wish you have learned a lot from this tutorial. Again, please download download my project file folder, and the download link is under the description, and you can have this. And just extract that project file folder, and you're gonna have all this stuff here. Alright, so don't worry about this video tutorial. I will also include this video tutorial here in this folder in this tutorial. Alright, again, this is Glenn Borromeo, and thank you for watching our tutorial.